Hello, welcome to Orphan Espresso. I'm Doug.
I'm Barb.
We're here. This video is to talk about the Pavoni Europiccola gauge adapters. There is some confusion about exactly which machine takes which adapter. We have previously referred to these as Type 1 and Type 2, but this has caused a tremendous amount of confusion. So, let's just first say, look, these are some of the Pavoni machines that I have on hand. And let's take the basic principle, is that for some reason that I'm not privy to this information, but for some reason Pavoni did not want you to put a gauge on a Europiccola. They just didn't want to. You want a gauge? Buy a Pro. But the Europiccola, no way, no gauge. No adapter. And all the time when they were making the Pro machine and the smaller machine, the EPC-8, the adapter that fit the gauge on the Pro never fit this machine. They always used a different thread for this top housing. This is part of what leads to some of the confusion, but I've separated these into two areas. Okay? These are notated by the plastic. This is a Millennium. Actually, this is a Gadget Factory, but it's the same thing. It's a Pavoni Millennium. This is a Millennium machine. This is a pre-Millennium machine. Or maybe it's a Millennium machine. There's a lot of confusion here. So, general rule of thumb. The old machines take the large thread adapter. Okay? You take this is the stock screw on the top, okay? You take out that screw, you measure the thread. I'm reading 11.8 on this one, 11.3, 11.6, depending on how you measure it, okay? But a little less than 12 millimeters on this thread. These are the old machines, 11.8. 11.9, 11.88. Okay? These take what we're now calling the large thread adapter. Okay? Large thread adapter. Alright? This machine, this is a Millennium boiler. Where's the screw? Okay, there's the screw. Okay? Millennium 10.9. Alright, we're at 11.8 on these old machines. We're at 10.9 on this one. Okay, this takes the small thread. Okay? Now, something that you'll notice is that this is the adapter that comes on the Pro machine that you mount the gauge on. This adapter will not fit in its companion era machine. It won't fit. So this is therefore a Millennium machine. Adapter won't fit. But the adapter will fit in the old machines. And once again, they keep changing the thread back and forth because they don't want you to be putting a gauge on this machine. I don't know why. It doesn't hurt it, doesn't change the function, but this is just their idea. Okay? Now, you'll see metal sight glass covers, plastic sight glass cover. Part of the transition takes place around the mid-90s. They introduced the plastic sight glass cover. Even on the pre-millennium, this was pre-millennium, but they introduced the plastic sight glass cover. And I don't have that example here, but in previous fittings, that the plastic sight glass cover takes the small thread. The metal sight glass cover takes the large thread. Now here's the catch, and there's always a catch. This small thread fits right in. This large thread. The small thread adapter will fit into the large thread. You see, this is where some of this confusion takes place. But the large thread adapter will not fit into this machine. It doesn't work backwards. So if you have a doubt, buy the small thread. Small thread will fit this, the large thread fits perfectly in the old machines. But the 11 will work. The 12, the 11 will work. The large thread won't work in the new machines. Does that
Hope that clears things up.
Does that clear things up? Old machine, large thread. New machine, small thread. And that's the way we're calling it from now on. Large thread, small thread.
Measure your machine.
Measure the nut, measure the machine, look at the tag. If it says Millennium on the bottom, it's going to take the small thread. There are exceptions. There are people who have had some problem thinking they had one, but they actually had the other.
Transitions.
Yes, there are some exceptions. To every rule, there's an exception. But generally, old machine, large thread, new machine, small thread. Okay?